This video is courtesy of another picture I found on a website, and of course it was a popular website for home repairs, and thought that I would correct the situation. So here goes. We cannot wrap the bottom of any wood to form a container like a cup, and that's exactly what you do when you wrap the bottom of a stair stringer like this. You form a container. It's the best way I can say. If I was to pull the stringer out, you could fill this up with water, and it's going to keep the water in. It might keep the water from absorbing up from the concrete. It might prevent the water from absorbing any water that would pool up around the stringer. I got that, but it's also going to trap water if you do something like this. So let's remove the concrete slab. You can see what I'm talking about here. And of course, I'm going to provide you with a better example here towards the end of the video. Now, there is something that you can do, and that would be just to simply put a flat piece to separate the stringer from the concrete. So you're not going to wrap it. This is going to provide you with separation. Now, this isn't going to help, obviously, if you have water coming in and pooling around this. If that's the case, you're going to need to raise the wood stringers up. And of course, that's usually a better suggestion. I'm pretty sure I have a video. If I do, I will put a link here to it. So again, just a thin strip. That is not going to be a container. Hopefully this makes sense. Now let me see if I can provide you with an example of what I'm talking about here with my little backyard experiment. I'm going to take the waterproofing membrane and wrap it around this particular piece of wood. Not rocket science. Again, I've seen this done too many times, otherwise I wouldn't be making the video. And I think I have actually made a video about this in the past. It's just I don't think the people are getting it. So if you do get it, you understand, you can stop watching the backyard experiment here. But you can see, once I wrap the waterproofing membrane around it, I've actually created some type of a container. And I'm not suggesting that this won't leak, but if it doesn't leak, you are going to have a container. So if you could wrap this somehow to where you could benefit, you could use it, where you could drain the bottom of the, you could drain it somehow, then it might work. But this right here probably isn't going to work. However, something like this should. You can see here, stuck it to the bottom. It's going to provide you with something that will separate the wood from the concrete. Don't need to separate the wood from the wood, of course, but just giving you a different view of it. Trim off the excess, and that might not be necessary. I think I would trim it off just to prevent it from folding up. I've actually seen that happen before. So trim it off. And again, once you set this on the concrete, you are going to have something that will be separating the lumber. So it will be preventing any moisture from absorbing out of the concrete into the wood. And of course, that's what usually leads to wood rot. If you have wood sitting on concrete, and it doesn't ever have any problems, it's probably because there's not enough moisture in the soil.